fact. That was.
There's no more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
What's up, Harbor Fiends? It's your boy, Ricky Grimes, back with my boy Joe, the psychologist. JR is not feeling well. Hey, there's something going around. I was out last week. I appreciate these two guys covering, and it's our turn to step up. What up, my boy Joe?
Good thing I'm in Florida, because
I know, man. It
then it
must
would
be a
bounce.
Connecticut thing.
Yeah, no, it would bounce to me, my luck, and I'd probably get the worst of it too, because it
Yeah.
mutates as it keeps going. So
Yeah,
but,
no doubt.
no, I'm good, Jared. I'm gonna miss you because this was your choice. This is one of the movies you were looking forward to.
Yep.
So I'm sure you're a little bummed you're not here to talk, but we did get your score, so at least you'll be here at the end.
What we're going to be talking about is a little bit different because I don't really classify it as a straight horror film. Thriller, would you say?
Thriller.
But I think it has horror elements in it, but the movie is so damn good. And this channel, we do like to keep an open mind, so we try to review things that's not always pure horror. We're talking about 2022's The Menu. The film is directed by Mark Mylod. This guy has a vast array of credits for television, including Game of Thrones. Joe, you like that show, don't you?
Oh, I love that show. I mean, hello, House of Dragon just won the Golden Globe, so
Yeah.
it's an awesome show. But anyway,
Great cast. The film stars Ralph Fiennes, Anya Taylor-Joy, and Nicholas Hoult. These three, in my opinion, carried this film. What you think, Joe?
oh yeah, they did. I mean, there was a couple other little side characters.
When this film was first discussed and previewed, all I saw was the poster. It said The Menu. Now, I had a lot of thoughts going through my mind as to what this film was about, because of course everyone kept saying it's a horror film, because all the pages I follow, the horror pages, always promoted this film.
Yeah.
So when you first saw this film and heard of it, before you watched it, mind you, I mean, when you first heard of it, what did you think this film was going to be about? Because it's open to an interpretation. So what's up?
It is. I did see the trailer for it, so I can say by seeing the trailer, I was expecting like a combination of fresh and with a dash of Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
And again, I think the mistake was seeing the trailer. So because I
don't watch trailers.
I know. So for me, I was just assuming that this is going to be the kind of movie that all these people were invited for a reason. But as the dinner went on, people were going to start disappearing, and that person would be the protein that each the guest was going to be served.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
So like they would keep, and people would after a while start going, "Hey, do you notice that there's like 5 people missing now?" Because the first 2 or 3 would be a little bit unnoticed. So that's what I thought.
You mentioned fresh, 1000%, brother. That's what I thought it was gonna be like, and I knew immediately when I started watching this film. Well, not immediately. What I'm trying to say is when, first of all, they're going to a private island owned by rich people. That tells, okay, they're going to be trapped here. It's a private island. They're all going to get eaten. But
I'm staying on the boat. I'm going back.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
I know.
I'm out of here. But
know.
real quickly, we get introduced to a vast array of of rich folks. Most of them really pretentious, man.
Hello, I grew up in the 80s. Fucking Judith Light showed up out of nowhere in a horror movie.
Is that the one from the Who's the Boss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Angela. When Angela showed up, I'm like, Angela's here.
How far into the film did you realize, okay, it's not about cannibalism. This is about something completely different. And what did you think about that when you found out what it was about?
Food critic lady knew who he was. And then you're like, okay, this is how all people who are tied to the chef.
Yeah, Lillian, that's Janet McTeer, man. She's done a lot of stuff too.
She's been in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But it was then when you started seeing that there was connections.
That's right. That's the character that wrote the original article on his restaurant that gave Chef Slovic his big break, essentially. Yeah.
So it was when you're seeing there's a connection. So there's a reason why all these people were here.
Yeah.
And then I was still kind of hoping that they were still going to get offed one by one and be fed to the other ones. But that wasn't what was happening.
I began to get suspicious when Anya's character, Margot, when Margot wanted to go up and use the bathroom after she got into a little, she got into a little argument with Nicholas's character. she's walking towards the restroom, and then she sees that main door, and Elsa stops her and says, "No, you can't go in there." And immediately I'm like, okay, so there's something going on here. But once Chef Slovak came in and they started serving that highly annoying food, like, God, dog, like, let me tell you, oh my God, Nicholas Holt's character, man, holy shit, Tyler, man, this guy was such a fucking dick. You don't understand how much I hated this guy, and that's a compliment to the actor. He did an awesome job at portraying that, and I started putting everything together. I'm okay. This is not a cannibal film.
Each course had a meaning.
Had a meaning, had a story tied to it, and it had a meaning that would reflect to one of the actual diners that were there. That's when I said to myself, okay, this is a setup. All these people belong here, but Anya's character was never supposed to be there.
No.
And so I'm like, there's something going on. So what I love about this film is I was engaged from beginning to end, man. Like, I wanted to know what the hell was going on. What is the purpose? What's the big final course gonna be about? Because they kept hinting at it, and a lot of crazy shit happened, bro. Like, I would, once I saw that motherfucker blow his brains out, and just like John Leguizamo's character said, the movie started. Once he said, "Let's just jump him, let's go. What do we got to lose?" And everyone was like, "No." And what did Chef Slovak say in the end? You guys could have just fought and probably got out of here.
I was sitting here like, why are these people just sitting in here?
No, someone
like,
pulled
and
out a
not
gun.
for nothing. You have weapons. There's a fork and there's a knife. You're eating a meal. Shit, you can take a plate and smash it in half and turn it into something to cut. I mean, there's glass. You have an assortment of weapons in front of you, and because an old guy got his finger chopped off, they all sat there and like cattle waiting to be slaughtered.
Yeah, when they're walking towards the actual island, when Elsa's giving them the tour, she's walking and there's a certain cattle walking alongside with them. This cattle, I read about this. It's meant to. They put this certain cattle with the main cattle to kind of calm them down while they're being led to the slaughter. And the fact that they had the cattle there was a little metaphor. No, the diners are the ones that are being led to the slaughter. There's a lot of hidden stuff in this film, man, which I appreciate. It makes for a good second viewing. My man, let's talk Margot real quick. Margot, Anya Taylor-Joy. I was never really a fan of hers. I see her plastered everywhere, and I was always like, okay, that's the girl with the big eyes from The Witch, right?
Well, and Split.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I seen her from. Split, I saw it after that. But after seeing this film, and then I saw a couple other films after this starring her as well, coincidentally, I'm a fan. I can see why people really like this actress.
Yeah, she's good.
I was rooting for her the whole time because she was the only one that knew something was wrong. She wasn't buying into the bullshit. And Ralph Fiennes' character, Chef Slovak, I love the dynamic between her and the chef. How about you? Like, any thoughts on that?
So this is why. So when the movie changed, it turned into let's figure this out. And then I started wondering if Margot was related to the chef, like a daughter that he didn't know about, or a daughter that he knew about but didn't take care of. Yeah. Just something involving his past is what I originally had. Well, actually, it was what I was thinking the whole time.
Crazy. I didn't think that, but that's a good observation.
And especially because there was something, because Chef, for what I took it was, there was something about her that Chef recognized, but couldn't put his finger on it.
Yeah, he knows.
So that's why I was thinking it was a father and daughter, and she's there for revenge. And I'm like, okay, well, revenge is a best, It's
best served cold.
Served cold. So this is a revenge movie. The menu. Okay, I see where and she's walking around, and she sees the picture of him when he's working at the hamburger place or whatever.
When he was coming up, you look happy as hell with that cheeseburger.
So when I saw it, I then go, so she recognizes him. This must have been a restaurant that the family. So like. And it was nothing of that.
No, nothing.
So for me, the fact that you had this great interaction between the two of them, for there to really be no, I guess it would be maybe lazy making a family. It could have maybe just been the daughter, like again, somebody paying for revenge, but it was kind of because there was really no big reveal as far as the two of them, even though you had this great tension building. It fell flat for me at that point. I'm done.
Right. Yeah.
It's literally what kind of killed me on the movie.
Yeah.
Because and the way that she figured it out was because while he's giving his speeches, through all his meals, she said to him that this meal is about ego, and all she did was feed into his ego to ask him for the best burger he's made, and so I'm like, okay, it's clever, but really,
the way I read that scene was, and this is what I love about this because it's two different
interpretations.
viewpoints. Yeah. Well, the way I read it was, the chef himself wasn't buying into the fucking shit he was making. He's not happy making this food, and he even said it. The rich people ruined cooking for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what really brings him joy was just making a good old fashioned cheeseburger with love and pure passion. Because he wasn't cooking with passion.
Right.
Other people were cooking with passion. Or not even, because they're all like drones. All the people.
Well, that's what I mean. He
cult.
wasn't. Yeah, and it like honestly, he wasn't cooking it though. He
Exactly.
was having other people cook it.
Yeah.
So it's his recipes, but you're not going to get his heart in there.
No, not at all.
And
And Anya
probably-
figured that out.
Yeah.
So
and
because throughout the film, there's this. He always had a fixation on Anya's character. On Margot. She goes to the bathroom. He follows her into the woman's bathroom for one. And he figures it out. No, you don't belong here. That's not your name. I know the kind of person you really are. Then we figure out who she really is, essentially.
call
Escort,
girl or
yeah.
escort.
And so now she's like, okay, everyone there was put there for a reason. And by those tortillas.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
I would
awesome.
see. That's another thing. If I got served my food and some of my secrets were on there, again, I would be out. I just didn't and that was the other part. It drove me nuts that no one really tried to fight.
Except John Leguizamo's character.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it by himself, obviously. And the thing is, when he told this group of guys, let's do it, and the one guy said, "Fuck it," he just runs over to try to break through the glass with the chair, bounce right off. Come on, man.
It's like you're supposed to go after the people who are holding you in. Not what are you gonna do? Jump out of a window and break your leg, and then what?
And plus, you're on a private island, bro. Where you going?
Yeah.
Where you going? And the funny part is, when they have all the males go out there to run out, they give them what was it?
45 seconds.
45 seconds for a head start, and then they all just get caught. They all get brought back. They're all like little kids walking back.
Yeah.
The one guy's all wet because he jumped into the lake on the boat. It's like, come on, everything was predetermined. This was so much work went into this course, and Margot threw it off for Chef Slowick because she thought part of it.
She took what, 2 bites?
One bite,
and and she asked for the to go. So I'm like, is this really like? And I'm in my head. I'm like, I can't tell if this is brilliant or if this is just dumb. She played to his ego.
Yeah.
But above all, he is also a restaurant person.
Yeah, you're right. The ego.
Right.
Ego
So
part.
the whole thing. That's why the
Chefs
to-go
are very
bag.
egotistical.
The to-go bag was all the way she. It's his restaurant. So
Yeah.
there's something. So let me get you that bag. Have a good night.
well,
Like he was still acting. It's the way he would act on something that he loved. If it was a restaurant that he loved his cooking and loved his patrons.
His patrons also got a bag to go though, because they had the same bag with the.
Well, they were not leaving though.
What was it? He put a menu in there of everything.
Yeah, everything. But
he turned into a human s'mores, dude.
That was a little clever ending.
I love the ending, man.
I did love the ending.
Her eating the cheeseburger, right? And then when the explosion hits, she looks and you see the explosion in her eyes, the reflection. Beautiful shot, man.
But again, they all just sat there, let somebody put a thing of marshmallow over them and chocolate on their head. I'm like, are you really not going to fight
they're
this?
Not fighting. I don't
understand it. There's quite a bunch of you.
Yeah.
The odds are really, really good for at least 3 to walk out of there unscathed, 2 with some injuries, and the other ones will die. I mean,
guarantee you, those chefs are not fighters, man. They're just
no,
they're
and
all,
they might want to help.
they're like brainwashed, right? Were they like, it's like a cult in a sense, right?
So I think that all of them, all those people were also at some point, because they all had something to do with the chef.
Right.
So he was
right.
punishing them too.
Yes.
So again, how is a whole staff, like if anything, it's one guy.
The flaw of the movie is the absurdity of it. Like,
Yeah,
it's
like there
not
was
plausible. Like,
right.
No.
There was a lot that was really, really great in it. Once I realized, dude, like fucking Elsa and Margot's fight scene.
It's dark comedy. It's a lot of dark humor in this.
Yeah, but I loved Elsa and Margot's fight scene. Like,
yeah.
But and it was because I guess Elsa thought that Margot was going to replace her. When that wasn't even going to be the case. Like,
replace it. She's gonna die tonight anyway. So what are you gonna get replaced? Like,
yeah, that's true. See,
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that. So you were fighting for a position into something you were going to die anyway.
It's not gonna be there in a couple of hours.
Oh, okay. The movie just got a little more worse for me.
Tyler, when he had Tyler make the lamb, and it was like undercooked. Did you read what it said for like his
Tyler's bullshit?
Yes. All right, Joe. Closing thoughts, man. So let's do it. Any other scenes or characters or anything else you want to bring up before we close it out? Let's give this film a score. Let's wrap it and let's go.
I mean, for me, I was hoping for more horror. I'm a sucker for a good story, so thankfully it was a good story. If you didn't give me a whole lot of story, and if you didn't give me a whole lot of horror, and your story was crap, it was gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But the characters were all entertaining. Again, just on the fact, because there was no actual bloodbath for me. Just because at the end, he turned them all into s'mores and blew up the place. I wanted to see more.
Let's see. They had you're right. They had the bullet to the head, chopped up the old guy's finger. Elsa's death. She got stabbed in the neck.
Tyler hung himself.
That was him.
Yeah, Tyler hung himself.
Tyler, what a character.
But that was it. Everybody else, everybody else, went up in a s'more.
Most of the horror is, it's all like it's the verbal and mental abuse.
Psychological.
Yes, yes.
There was a lot of psychological in here.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically what it was. The message, because there was a message in it, throughout the whole thing. You can tell, like you said, Chef just became disillusioned. He pointed out, how something that he loved just got destroyed by all facets of people. This is why he didn't want
I did like that.
Him taking the pictures is just another, thing that is a common now. You go out with friends and everybody wants to pull out their camera and take a picture.
I love that because I hate that shit, bro.
Me too. My food's getting cold.
I do it. I'm guilty of it. I'm not gonna lie, but
I'm quick. It's literally I take the picture and I eat and I'm gonna post about it later when I'm sitting back home or sitting in the hotel.
Fun fact: if you guys are watching this, Joe is an excellent cook.
I just made for the first time. Adam tried pulled pork with coleslaw on it.
I saw it look good, man.
Oh, dude, I'm so full right now. But it was my first time doing it, so
dude, it looked good. Yeah,
yeah. He said to add it to my repertoire. So,
were any of these dishes appetizing to you, by the way? Like even from the beginning with the hors d'oeuvres and all that, and the fucking the hors d'oeuvres. I'm sorry, the
hors d'oeuvres, the appetizers.
Nah, the fish eggs. What that shit called? Caviar.
Well, I like caviar on sushi. I never had it like by itself.
I'm a big sushi guy, man, but I can't get down with caviar, bro.
Oh, it's good on sushi.
I never had it, to be honest with you, but I don't want to. Just the mere thought of eating fish eggs, like
nah, it definitely elevates your sushi. But not really. I watch this thing, The Chef's Table, and I see these things, and I'm like, it looks good. The problem is that the servings are so small. Like now we know why though.
Remember the chef Slovak said, I purposely gave the right proportions so you don't fill up.
So listen, I don't know who he's serving, but I would tell you right now, you have a whole Puerto Rican family fucking show up. and you're about to the end of the meal, and you say we're coming up to dessert, they're gonna go, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
I thought the same.
That was
thing,
all
man.
appetizers. I
I
just
know.
ate. Like, where's the fucking food here?
But yeah.
But no, like the message was there. You know, I didn't get pimp slapped by the message like in some of the past horror movies. It was subtle, you know, and I didn't realize it almost till the end, kind of what the chef was going for. The best word you used for the night, the absurdity of the fact that nobody fought, just killed it for me in this movie. You know, I started at a 4 just as we kept talking, thinking more. I kept going down. I'm at a 3. My score's a 3. Honestly, if for me, just a little bit more horror, and just again, there was a whole lot of grown ass adults that could have all worked together to take down one guy, and just basically allowed themselves to get blown up.
They take down one guy and everyone else falls in place.
Yeah,
that's it.
But because there's nothing to fall in place, all these people are being blackmailed, or by the same person. He's the problem.
Yes, exactly.
Kill him. Like 2 or 3 could have just take knives.
And then when the fake Coast Guard comes in there too, and he does that whole shit.
Yeah, the whole bit. Like it like that part kind of killed me on the movie.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. My closing thoughts on it, I'll keep it brief. I think this film was carried by 3 very strong performances, and everyone else did okay. I think I'm gonna stick with a 4, man, because even though it is filled with plot holes, I was entertained. I laughed, I cringed, I shook my head. I went through all the range of emotions during this film. At the beginning, I was so mad with this film because Tyler, oh my God, I hate this guy. But once they got into the actual restaurant and then I saw everything playing out, I started picking up on it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. I'm gonna stick with it.
JR score is a 4.5. For him, it was great cast, Fiends, and his chemistry was flawless. And Chef had a soft spot for her. See, even he saw that too. Would have been good to see where he thought his soft spot for her was.
I'm curious to hear his point of view.
Yeah, because he might have been thinking the same thing as me, is that she might have been related to him.
Yeah.
We kind of think a little bit
I picked up on the soft spot part too.
Yeah. So so there you go. JR's got the 4.5. Junior, feel better, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, that's gonna do it for the Menu 2022. This film is marred with a lot of plot holes, but I found it fun. Joe is a little bit less forgiving, but I think he got his entertainment value out of this film, right? Yep.
Yeah, I recommended it. For every tit, the other tat. They basically, for everything they gave you, they took something away.
What I will say is, I went in thinking it was a horror film, and that's not what I got. I'm Ricky Grimes, Joe the psychologist. Please subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more content like this, hit the like button. It'll go a long way. We're gonna see you on the next one, folks. Stay scared. Yes, chef.